to the Highlanders career mode, where we got a short video installed for you today covering the few interested parties of you who wanted to see the wages of the squad and the full squad in all its glory before we get kicked into the full season, which will be starting up soon. So the squad that we have, we'll have a quick look at it. A few people asking for the wages and all that sort of thing on the team. Remember, if there's players you want to see in the week 1 squad, feel free to leave your ideas for the 15 or specific players you want to see in round 1, which is against the Blues, as you might have just seen, and very seriously taking into consideration heading into the full season. So let's go through the squad just quickly for those interested. It's going to be Stephen Kitshoff. This is the squad that we used in the last match. This is the order of them. He is only on $40,000, but we have him for another 3 years. The young South African prop, Braden Mitchell, the returning Highlander, just on a paltry $27,000, and of course another 3 years for him as well. Diaz, the Argentinian 20-year-old, he's got 3 years left on his $31,000 contract. Brad Thorne, 39 years old, 2 years left, and he has paid a decent amount, $116,000 for Brad Thorne. Josh Bekuas, the Southlander, 2 years left for his contract on $63,000. So as you can tell already, these guys are pretty cheap. Managed to weasel quite some good wages. Pablo Matera, $77,000 for him, but he is just 1 year, so hopefully at the end of the 2014 season we can lock him into a lot longer contract for the highly talented Argentinian. John Hardy, another returning Highlanders player, on a good wage too for him, $70,000. Will we see him back next season? Well, that's still a while away yet. Gareth Evans, $36,000 for him, 3 years to go on his contract, but he is still a young talent. Aaron Smith, your black halfback, 2 years to go. He's probably one of the higher paid players on $170,000. Ohio West, well, so much talent in that man, $190,000 for him, and another 2 years to go too. DTH Van der Meer, such a good buy, $57,000 for him, and a struggle maybe. Can we keep him for next season? Let's see how he goes this season first. Francis Saeli, $202,000 for him, but 3 years. That's a decent chunk of our salary gone, but Francis Saeli. Ben Smith, the Highlanders returning fullback, star player for the team really, $271,000 for him, but 3 years, and they'll keep him here till he's 30. Francois Hoggard, $247,000. That is a massive chunk of our wages. He was really a marquee signing for the team. Got him for 4 years, which is a good time really. Sharon Stowers, the Pace Express man, $58,000 for him. If you ask me, that is a bargain. John Arfoa back to the forwards on the reserves, $131,000 to bring him back to New Zealand. 2 years to go, he's 30, so how long's he going to stick around for? Rich Goods, well, youngster, $40,000 for the 21-year-old, and he's got 4 years to go. Liam Coltman, another young man, 4 years for him too, and only $50,000 for him. Brody Retallick, this is another bargain, $127,000 for the All Black lock, rating an 80, and still 4 years to go for him. TJ Ioane, $80,000, another decent young player, just 1 year left. Will we see him back up? It's interesting to see what people want to see next season. Jonathan Sexton, possibly the buy of the team, $128,000 for him. But he is an international superstar, 28 years old, 3 years left on his contract, so he'll be into his 30s before that's run out. Jason Emery, another young, talented player, 75 rating, $181,000 contract, 2 years to go, and only 20, he's got a long time left. Rennie Ranger, 27 years old, 4 years on his contract, but a good chunk of our salary again, $214,000. Nasi Manu, 25, 1 year left, but very cheap, $53,000 for him. Chris Robshaw, the Englishman, 27 years old, he's got 3 years left, and how did we only pay $60,000 for him? Another bargain buy in the forwards, who seem to be a lot cheaper because there's no good stats for forwards in there at all. So backs seeming to cost a lot more money. Henry Spate, $67,000. The only Australian in the squad, 25, just 1 year left for him, but wow, 67 grand, amazing. $80,000 spent on Tim Boyce, he's got 2 years to go, but at 30, we may not see him around to see out that contract. Wesley Fofana, 39,000. The game does him an injustice really, rating him only a 63, but still such a talented player. 3 years on his contract and he's 26 years old. Nafi Tuatavaki, 1 year for him, 55,000. Let's see how he goes this season. It's going to be interesting to see if he's back again. He's only 25 and he's fairly cheap, so options are plenty. 24-year-old Robbie Robinson coming in, 3 years left on his $121,000 contract. Again, another talented back, fairly cheap too. Fumiaki Tanaka, 125,000 for him, 29 years old though, 2 years to go on his contract. A lot of these guys might be retiring by the end of 16, 17, 2000 so. Lima Sopawanga, 23 years old, 68,000. These young guys are a bargain. Hayden Parker, 48 grand for him. Another young first 5, 3 years to go, so we're pretty sorted for those guys. Gillies Kaka, 40 grand for the 23-year-old, and a couple of years left in him as well. Sebastian Bahamahina, what a spectacular name. Only 1 year for the 22-year-old lock, but hopefully we can definitely regain him for 2015 and beyond. Elliot Dixon, just 1 year left for him, 24-year-old number 8. 60 grand, he's being paid. That's worth keeping, I think. Kieran Fonatia, 1 year for him, 118,000 for the outside centre. He is 26, so definitely a few more years in him if we can keep him. Carl Heyman returns to New Zealand, 34 years old. He's got 2 years to go on his pathetic $46,000 contract. Why did he leave to come back to that? Young Ben Tamiafuna, 33,000 for him, and definitely one we'll look to renew at the end of the season. David Hall, 33 years old. He's got 3 years left, but it's hard to see that he'll see out that contract. 36 grand he's on, and it'll be interesting to see when he retires. And that is the full 40 players. David Hall was at the bottom. So that is a full 40 players and all of the wages and all that stuff going with it. So that wraps us up. That is the full wage and full squad. Remember, if there's anyone you want to see in round 1, to leave me your first 15 for that round 1 match against the Blues. Forsyth Bar, we're at home. Highlanders and Blues. Career mode season about to get underway. Get excited. It's coming your way very soon. So stick around for that. And of course, don't forget to leave your comments who you want to see. And until then, round 1, take care.